Welcome to this channel. Don't forget to like, to share, and also to subscribe. Shadow government. DSS gets permission to serve part Utomi court papers. The Federal High Court in Abuja has granted an ex parte motion brought by the Department of State Service (DSS) to serve a former presidential candidate of the African Democratic Congress, Pat Utomi, over his alleged plans to establish a shadow government in Nigeria. The presiding judge, Justice James Omotosho, granted the motion brought by DSS lead counsel Akinlolu Kehinde SAN. Kehinde has sought permission to serve the court papers on Utomi at his Lagos address via courier. The DSS, in a suit marked FHC/ABJ/CS/937/2025 and dated May 13, approached the court for an order declaring the planned shadow government or shadow cabinet by Utomi and his associates as unconstitutional, arguing that it amounts to creating a parallel authority not recognized by the Nigerian constitution. The DSS also requested a perpetual injunction restraining Utomi, his agents, and associates from taking further steps towards establishing or operating a shadow government or similar entity. The DSS in the suit argued that Section 1, Subsection 1 of the Nigerian Constitution declares its supremacy and binding force on all persons and authorities. The plaintiff, DSS, alleged that the proposed shadow government undermines constitutional democracy, poses a threat to national security, and could incite political unrest and intergroup tensions. The DSS, in a supporting affidavit, stated that it is the principal domestic intelligence and security agency of Nigeria, mandated to detect and prevent threats to national security. It claimed that Utomi and his associates had announced the formation of a shadow government through public statements, social media, and other platforms with positions such as ombudsman and members of a policy delivery unit. At the hearing of the ex parte motion, Kehinde provided Utomi's Lagos address in Victoria Land and prayed the court to grant his request. Justice Omotosho granted the request for the documents to be served via courier and adjourned the case to June 25 for hearing. Well, that's a new twist to the situations in Nigeria. Of course, we knew that Professor Patutomi is a member of the Labour Party who recently said he's not going to take any political office, he's not going to run even for any political office, he's done with government. Of course, he's already over 70, so he wants to busy his life with other things, but also recently said that he's going to form a shadow government, and this is what is bringing a reaction. And I could remember also that when it comes to doing a shadow government, Reno Mokri had said he wrote to Professor Paul to tell me about a shadow government, that the current constitution does not permit a shadow government because we are not running a parliamentary system of government, because every power resides in the president, unlike the parliamentary government where they have probably a monarch and also a governor general, then a prime minister, in which, of course, a party can then try to form a shadow government. That's number one. Number two, the party that was going to form a shadow government will be the party that is next in line. For example, APC is the first, which won the election. The party that has every right to form a shadow party is the second best, which is PDP. So if Patutomi is going to form a shadow government, if peradventure we are even running a parliamentary system of government, he will be violating the constitution either way. As it is right now, it's going to be a violation of the constitution in this presidential system of government, which does not give any opportunity even for shadow, government. But then also in parliamentary, like I said, since it's not the second position, a party has no right even to form a shadow government. So I think it is on this that the Department of State Service is standing on, in order to, serve Professor Pat Utomi court papers to challenge him to court, because he may be accused of anything that ranges along, mutiny or trying to cause unnecessary problem in Nigeria, secession. A lot of things can come up as regards, the allegation that will be, raised against him, because he may be accused of, so many things to derail the sovereignty of the country. He can be charged for all sorts of things, but the major point is that the DSS now is on his issue, and then the planned shadow government and the shadow cabinet that Utomi said is going to do with his associate. They want to challenge him to court to tell him it's unconstitutional, that is going to amount to a creating a parallel authority that is not recognized by the Nigerian constitution, and that is dangerous even for Professor Pat Utomi. Very, very dangerous, because the DSS has requested a perpetual injunction restraining Utomi, from taking further steps, towards establishing or operating a shadow government or similar entity. In fact, in the suit, the ESS argued that Section 1, subsection 1 of the Nigerian Constitution declares supremacy and binding force on all persons and authority. That the Constitution is binding on everyone. The government that has been given power by the Constitution is also the binding on everyone. So the proposed shadow government is going to undermine constitutional democracy, and it's also going to pose a threat to national unity. Like I said, they can begin to, accuse him of so many things, and national unity threat. It could also incite parallel unrest and intergroup tensions, which I want to believe, in fact, the economy of Nigeria couldn't take now, because our economy is so fragile. It's like a patient that is coming out of surgery. He's wounded already, but on his way to recovery. And if there is any other reinfection, it might kill the patient. So I think that's the foresight DSS is trying to portray, her before the court of law and asking for a supporting affidavit, that they should allow him, stated that it is the principal domestic intelligence and security agency of Nigeria, and is mandated to detect and prevent threats to national, security. So he's asking the court to allow him to serve Pat Utomi, come to court and explain himself, and probably answer some question, because he claimed that Utomi and the South said they have announced the formation of this government through public statements, social media, and other platforms. But then we must check if it is social media and other platforms. It may not be, good enough as a good source, as an evidence. So let's keep our fingers crossed and see what the response of Professor Utomi will be as soon as delivery is done. Remember to subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to like, and please also share. Thank you.